base. Willie Adames stands in. That one hit to right. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. Back to the top of the Seattle order, and now it's Ahmed Rosario. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner from third in to score. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Yandy Diaz now. Fouled off. He was late. And here it comes. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. One run across in the frame so far here in game 4. That one is absolutely belted, and that should be extra bases. Rosario coming home. He scores. It's 3-1.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see. So out of the bullpen for the Rangers, Alan Tanana.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Here's Juan Soto. Little chopper rolls foul. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Tanana, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. The flip to the pitcher covering, out on the underhand toss.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Makes the catch, inning over. 2 runs, 3 hits. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now here is Trent Grisham. And the pitch. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. And there's a foul ball. The wind and the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Contreras makes the grab, and there's one down. And here's Corey Seager to hit. First pitch misses.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Goes down looking. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Adames makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Taking over on the mound for the Rangers, Owen White.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Contreras, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
Well, these Mariners, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Swing and a miss. On the ground, Seager whips it to first. First out in the top of the 8th. Now it's Alex Bregman, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, strike one. Action in the pen down there. Ronald Cordova appears to be getting loose. Hit in the air, center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and they get Bregman for the out, and there's 2 down. Raley now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
And that one fouled off. Two outs. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Kirilloff drifts towards it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Back in Arlington, here's Alex Kirilloff. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Rodriguez hooks it away, and there's 1 down. Now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. And that's in there at the knees.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Close, but called a ball. 1-1. And that's a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Finished him off by blowing it by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees, so that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
Young stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swung on, belted. That's going back. Back some more. Out of here.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast.
And here comes the Matt Brash on the pitch here. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And ball 1.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And that's outside, and it's 2-1. Way out front for strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3rd out. The Rangers do get 1 back on the long ball. And the home team. New inning getting started, and now for Seattle, Kyle Manzardo. Late with the swing there. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Ronald Cordova up and throwing. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Reaching for it and brings it in. Willie Adames up next for the Mariners. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Out to short. Gathered in by Seager. Throw to first. And they get Adames for the out. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Ahmed Rosario. And there's the strike. White, 28 years old. And he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2018. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Kicks and fires. Lifted in the air down the left side. Fair ball. And now the DH, Yandy Diaz. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Rosario rounds second on his way to third. Coming home. He'll score, and they take a 2-run lead in the 9th.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So man aboard. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. So 2 on with 2 away. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Garcia going back. Just shy of the wall. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 4-2. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show.
You can't stop my shine. I'm just doing me. Yeah, I'ma take a pic for them all to see.
We head to the bottom of the 9th. Here's the catcher, Sam Huff. And he deals. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Manzardo puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down. So the Rangers batting order turns over. And the batter now, Wyatt Langford.
Okay, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the 9th means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Out towards right center field. Soto going after it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Just missed. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. And that one upstairs. Just missed.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Seager stands in now and watches strike 1. Fall off foul. The Rangers down to their final strike. That one outside. 1 and 2 to count. And that is it. They are headed for the ALCS.
Solid division series win. They can move on to the next round and I think relax a little bit more. Congratulations. Get ready for the ALCS.
So the Seattle Mariners take care of business in Game 4, and they're on their way to the League Championship Series.
An important win, Boog, and they didn't want to let this get to a Game 5, and now they've got some time to rest up and get prepared for their opponent in that next round.
An abrupt end to the season on the other side of the field, not the postseason performance they were planning on.
Yeah, but still a lot to be proud of, and they've got plenty to build on for next year. Look for these guys to use this here as motivation.
T-Mobile Park. Top of inning number 7. And now for the Twins, Emmanuel Rodriguez. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Ball one there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a swing and a miss.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Wide to kick the pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the pitch.
That's ball 2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
And the righty deals. And another ball.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
And next for Minnesota, Brooks Lee. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in game 1. Inside corner at the knees. That's a strike. Good fastball. That one 95 to finish him off. So up next for Minnesota, Walker Jenkins. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And that one fouled off. With the tying run on at first here in game 1 of the ALCS. That one down the line and foul ball. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's the second out. And here's the catcher, Robert Troda. And there's a ball.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go into a game, but he's just different. We see plenty of breaking his pitches even when he's running a little low in the tank.
Gets down, base hit. Just kind of slice that one into center.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Whips it across. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. And stepping in for the Mariners, Luke Raley. Burns back to work. Dribbled up the third baseline. And it goes just foul. The pitch. That one the other way, and it stays fair. And that rolls into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. Throw is offline, and he's got a double.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, from a 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. Out to center, Rodriguez sizing this one up. He's got it, and there's one away. Willie Adames stands in. Fouled off down the right side. Swing and a base hit. Back-to-back singles. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out. And now it's William Contreras. On the ground to third, might be two. Fired to second, and that's two. Back in Seattle, here's Carlos Correa. The pitch. That one missed. He was late there, strike one.
So impressive how the velo is still there, even this deep into the outing.
And that one fouled off. And the right-hander deals. Stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Popped up first base side. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. And there's one down. Here's Royce Lewis. So they turn things over to the righty, Gregory Santos.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. Trying to hold a one-run lead here in the late stages of game one. Just missed.
We'll get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
One down, base is empty. And the tying run is on base.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Fall off foul. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're at the top of the 8th.
One ball.
Breaking ball inside. And the count 1-2. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And a pitch. Left field. Raylor has a beat on it. And there's 2 down. Matt Wallner, the next Twin up to hit. And a good eye there. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Righty delivers. On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first. And that is the... Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jake Flores.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Bichette. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Now the number 2 hitter, Yandy Diaz. 1 for 3. On the ground to the left. Bichette. Fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down. Juan Soto down. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th, and now for the Twins, Emmanuel Rodriguez. Just missed. Close one, doesn't get the call. Now 2-0. Smoked on the ground a second. Over to Diaz. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a run around and get one around the bases.
No ball, 2 strikes.
2. High fly ball out to left field. He's under it. makes the grab. 2 down. The Twins down to their final out. And now the right fielder, Walker Jenkins. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. They're down to their final strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 1 strike away. Two down, nobody on. And that'll do it. So the Seattle Mariners notch the first win in this league championship series as they take game 1.
Yeah, it's a big step, but there's still plenty of work to do. They're going to need strong pitching in game 2 to keep this thing going, but this is a big boost to get off on the right foot for sure.
And on the other side, you could argue the next game becomes almost a must-win situation.
Yeah, the last thing these guys want to do is go down 2-0 right off the bat. Not impossible to bounce back from that, but man, it's a pretty dire situation to find yourself in.
It's all expected. Things are for the looking. If you got the money, quest is for the booking. Come on, everybody, let's get with the fly mode. Still got room on the track.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. A little out front there as he swings through it. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Jake Flores getting loose out there. Swinging a bouncer. Lewis. Off-balance speed, there's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Yandy Diaz now. And a foul ball. Righty to the plate. Now this is in the air down the line. Around first, heading for 2. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Long throw is there. That ends the inning.
Let him know that you the best. Let him know that you the best.
Back at T-Mobile Park, all set for the start of the inning. Now the left fielder, Matt Wallner. Late on that fastball.
1 strike.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And there's 1 away. Now here is Emmanuel Rodriguez. Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away here in game 2 of the American League Championship Series. And a swing and a miss. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rodriguez settles under it. Balls it in, 2 away. And now the first baseman, Brooks Lee. There's a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And we're back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto. And that one fouled off.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hard hit, right side. They get the out on Soto. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. He's a guy who does it all. Slap the other way, foul. The 0-1. Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Bounce to third. Lewis zips it across, and the Mariners set down one. We go to the eighth, and now the right fielder, Walker Jenkins. Fastball for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Next offering is in for a strike. Ball one there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In there safely.
Shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Fouled off. He was late.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And Bichette is retired. And here comes Carlos Correa. And a strike on the outside edge. In the air, left side. Rayleigh settles underneath it. Hauls it in to end the inning. Back in Seattle, here's the left fielder, Luke Rayleigh. Lined into left center, should be extra bases. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Waste no time there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
Abrams in the box now, takes strike one.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
Rolls across the diamond, one gone to the bottom of the eighth. Willie Adames stands in. The shortstop takes a ball.
His fans, they are ready to cheer about something.
And fouled off. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. So the tying run at second. Here's a high chopper. Lewis. And he takes it himself for the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
To the right side. That's the third out. Back at T-Mobile Park, now the third baseman, Royce Lewis. First pitch, not close. Right side, Rosario. Throws to first. One up, one down. Edouard Julien, the next twin up to hit. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0. That's inside.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
He swings and fouls one off. Swings through that.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
The next to hit takes ball one.
1-0.
That one ripped. And it is gone.
That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
Kicks and deals. Goes down looking for the strikeout. A controversial called strike 3 to end the inning. Minnesota solo shot. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the second baseman, Ahmed Rosario. The wind of the pitch. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Drifts towards it. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out. He's 2 outs away. And here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
And that's outside, and it's 1-1. One down, base is empty.
Oh.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive now.
Soto in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. And another ball.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Wouldn't chase that time. And that one lifted in the air, center field. And there's 2 away. So last chance for the Mariners. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Balazovic is just 1 strike away. Just off the inside corner. Going to count 1-2. The tying run at the plate. Pitch misses. Ball 2. Down the left field line. Could be extra bases. Lead runner around second. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double. Second and third now.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Bregman in the box now. Takes strike 1. Now 1-1.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
Swing, and he popped it up. Moving under it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins get a shutout on the mound.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. So the Minnesota Twins pick up a win here in Game 2 to level the series at 1 game apiece.
Yeah, this thing is turning into the series we expected, Boog. A pair of evenly matched teams going back and forth. I think we're in for a good one.
Seems like we're destined to come back here for at least one more game, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see this series go 7.